Welcome back to the channel, where we unravel the mysteries of personal finance, master the art of smart investing, and explore proven ways to make money online, all to build a life of true financial freedom. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Today we're diving into a question that might be keeping you up at night. Can you really start investing with just $100? Picture this. You open your banking app, your balance stares back at you. $100 might be you're thinking. That's barely enough for a nice dinner, a new pair of sneakers, or a weekend getaway. But what if I told you that $100 isn't just pocket change? It's a seed, a tiny, powerful seed that, when planted with intention and nurtured with care, can grow into a towering tree of wealth, opportunity, and independence. This isn't about becoming a millionaire by next week. It's about taking control of your future, $1 at a time. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 powerful ways to invest that $100, share the costly mistakes I made so you can avoid them, and shine a spotlight on one strategy that could redefine your financial journey. Online real estate investing. Yes, you can own a piece of property, apartments, homes, even commercial buildings, with just $100. I'll also dive deep into the magic of compound interest, show you how to build an emergency fund alongside your investments, and reveal ways to turn $100 into a side hustle that pays your bills. Plus, I'll give you a sneak peek into our next video, where I'll unveil my investment ladder strategy, a step-by-step plan that turned my $100 into $1,000 and beyond. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab a notebook, settle in, and let's embark on this transformative journey together, from $100 to financial freedom. Are you ready? Before we dive into the strategies, let's talk about something foundational: your mindset. Most people believe investing is for the elite, Wall Street tycoon, trust fund heirs, or those with millions stashed away. That's a myth. Investing is for anyone with the courage to start. That $100 in your wallet. It's not small. It's your weapon, your key to unlocking a new way of thinking about money. Think of your $100 as a seed. You don't need a sprawling farm to grow a tree. All you need is a small pot, fertile soil, and consistent care. Your need is a small pot, fertile soil, and consistent care. $100 won't buy you a mansion or a Tesla today, but it can buy you opportunity, knowledge, habits. And once you build those habits, that $100 becomes $200, then $500, then thousands, even tens of thousands. About the action. I was once where you are. 7 years ago, I had $100 in my account, a mountain of bills, and a sinking feeling that life was running me, not the other way around. Paycheck to paycheck, scrambling to cover rent, groceries, and to cover rent, groceries, credit card payments. I was barely surviving. But one day, I made a choice. I took that $100 and invested it. Not because I thought it would make me rich overnight, but because I wanted to prove to myself that I could shape my future. $100 didn't just grow my bank account, it transformed me. I went from a spender, reacting to every expense, to an investor, building a life I control. Today, I'm going to show you how to do the same. So let me ask you, are you ready to bet $100 on yourself? Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, Alex, thought $100 was too small to matter. He spent it on a fancy dinner, but after watching a finance video, he decided to try again. He invested $100 in a stock market ETF and started adding $50 a month. 3 years later, his portfolio was worth $2,800. Alex told me, if I'd known how powerful $100 could be, I wouldn't have wasted it on that stake. That's the power of starting small. Here's something to spark your curiosity. Did you know that investing $100 today, at an average annual return of 7%, could grow to over $500 in 40 years? Thanks to compound interest. Want to know how to harness that magic? Keep listening, because we're about to dive in. Now, let's get to the core of this video. 4 smart ways to invest your $100 today. Each strategy is beginner-friendly, accessible, and designed to fit your goals and risk tolerance. Pick one, mix and match, or try them all. The key is to take that first step. First up, fractional shares in the stock market. Gone are the days when you needed thousands to own a single share of Amazon, Apple, or Tesla. Thanks to platforms like Robinhood, Fidelity, or One Finance, you can now buy a piece of a share, even if it's just $5 or $10. Imagine owning a slice of Google, Microsoft, or an ETF like VU, which tracks the S&P 500 of America's top companies. With $100, you can create a mini portfolio, diversified across industries like tech, healthcare, and consumer goods. Here's how to start. Download an app like Robinhood or Fidelity. Choose one with low or no trading fees. Deposit your $100. Pick companies you believe in, like Apple for its innovation or Amazon for its dominance, or go with an ETF like VU for instant diversification. Then, buy fractional shares. Might be $25 in Apple, and $50 in Apple, and $50 in Apple. Let me tell you about Sarah, a viewer who started with $100 on Robinhood 2 years ago. She put $50 into VU and $50 into Microsoft. Today, her portfolio is worth $190. It's not life-changing yet, but it's given her the confidence to invest $100 every month. Now, she's aiming for $10,000 in 5 years. Sarah's story shows that you don't need a fortune to start. You just need to begin. Fractional shares let you jump into the stock market with pocket change. They teach you how markets work, how to read stock charts, and how to stay calm during dips. One tip, don't chase hot stocks, hyped on social media or X. Stick to solid companies with strong fundamentals or ETFs that spread your risk. Think long-term, 5, 10, even 20 years. That's where the real wealth is built. Let's talk numbers. The S&P 500 has averaged a 10% annual return over the past 50 years, including dividends. If you invest $100 in VU today and let it grow for 20 years, it could be worth nearly $700. Assuming that average holds, if you add $50 a month, that number jumps to over $4,000 in 10 years. That's the power of consistent investing. But what if the market crashes? It's a valid fear. Markets are volatile. Look at 2008 or 2020. But history shows that the S&P 500 always recovers and climbs higher over time. The key is to stay invested, not panic sell when stocks dip. If you're nervous, start with VIP ETFs. They're less risky than individual stocks because they diversify across hundreds of companies. Here's a pro tip. Set up automatic investments. Apps like One Finance let you schedule $10 or $20 a week to buy fractional shares, paying yourself first, building wealth without thinking about it. Also, reinvest any dividends you earn. Those small payouts add up, compounding your returns over time. Here's something to ponder. Did you know that if you'd invested $100 in Amazon when it went public in 1997, it'd be worth over $200,000 today? Of course, past performance isn't a guarantee, but it shows the potential of starting small with great companies. Curious about how to pick the next Amazon or the best ETFs for 2025? I'll share my top picks in the next video. Next, a safer option, high-yield savings accounts or U.S. Treasury bills, known as T-bills. If you're risk-averse but want your money to grow, these are your go-to. They're like a cozy blanket for your $100, safe, steady, and reliable. High-yield savings accounts from online banks like Ally Bank, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, or Discover Bank offer interest rates far higher than traditional banks, around 4-5% in 2025, compared to 0.5% at your local bank. Your $100 won't make you rich, but it'll grow steadily and be there when you need it, whether for an emergency or a bigger investment later. T-bills are even more secure, backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. They're essentially loans you make to the government, and they pay you interest in return. You can buy T-bills through Treasury Direct, GA, or platforms like Fidelity. They come in short terms, 4 weeks to a year, and pay competitive rates, often 4-5% in 2025. Here's how to start. Open an account with Ally Bank or Fidelity. Transfer your $100 for savings. Park it in a high-yield account and watch it grow. For T-bills, buy a $100 bill with a term that suits you. Say 6 months. It matures. You get your $100 back plus interest. Reinvest it to keep the growth going. My friend Jake tried this with $100 in an Ally savings account. After a year, he earned $4.50. It's not a windfall, but it sparked a habit. Now, he sparked a habit. Saves $300 a month and has started buying T-bills for higher returns. It's a low-stress way to grow your money while building discipline. Let's break down the math. At 4-5% annual interest, your $100 in a high-yield savings account grows to $104 in 1 year, $115 in 5 years, and $127 in 10 years. Assuming you don't add more. T-bills work similarly, but lock your money for the term. If you reinvest the interest, the growth accelerates thanks to compounding. Watch, interest rates can fluctuate with the economy. The Federal Reserve's policies in 2025 will influence these rates, so check periodically. If you need quick access to cash, savings accounts are more flexible than T-bills, which require you to wait until maturity. Also, consider laddering T-bills, buying multiple bills with different maturities, e.g., 4 weeks, 26 weeks, to balance liquidity and returns. Here's a fun fact. Did you know millionaires and billionaires often park cash in T-bills during economic uncertainty, like during the 2008 financial crisis or the 2020 pandemic? It's a safe haven for wealth. In our next video, I'll show you how to combine T-bills with higher risk investments like stocks or real estate for a portfolio that's both secure and profitable. Third, let's talk about robo-advisors. If you're new to investing and feel overwhelmed by stock charts or market news, ETFs like Wealthfront, Betterment, or Acorns are your best friends. They use artificial intelligence to manage your money, making investing as simple as answering a few questions. Here's how it works. You deposit $100. The app asks about your goals, might be saving for a house, retirement, or a dream vacation, and your risk tolerance. Then, it spreads your money across a diversified portfolio of global ETFs, covering stocks, bonds, real estate, and more. Acorns has a unique feature called Roundups. Buy a $3.75 coffee. It rounds up to $4 and invests the $0.25 difference. Those pennies add up. To get started, download Acorns or Betterment, set up your account and answer the questionnaire. Deposit $100 and let the app build your portfolio. Check it occasionally to see your progress, and add more money when you can. $10 or $20 a month makes a big difference. One viewer, Mike, tried Acorns with $100. He turned on Roundups and forgot about it. A year later, his account was worth $135. Thanks to those spare pennies and market growth. Mike's story shows that you don't need to be a finance expert to invest. You just need the right tools. Robo-advisors are perfect for beginners. They're hands-off with low fees, usually 0.25% to 0.5% a year. For $100, that's just 25 to 50 cents annually. They also rebalance your portfolio automatically, keeping it aligned with your goals. Just watch for any hidden fees, like withdrawal costs, and stay patient. Returns build slowly, but steadily, often matching or beating the market over time. Let's look at potential returns. If a robo-advisor achieves an 8% annual return, common for a balanced portfolio, your $100 could grow to $180 in 10 years, $325 in 20 years, and nearly $600 in 20 years. In 30 years, assuming no additional deposits, add $50 a month, and you're looking at $2,500 in 10 years. That's the power of automation. One caveat: robo-advisors aren't perfect for everyone. If you love picking your own stocks or want High-risk bets like crypto, you might feel limited, but for most beginners, they're a fantastic way to start. You can always graduate to active investing later. Once you've learned the ropes, here's a secret. Robo-advisors use the same portfolio optimization tech as billion-dollar hedge funds, just simplified for everyday people. In our next video, I'll show you how to pair robo-advisors with active investing strategies, like stock picking or real estate, to potentially 10x your returns. Now, let's dive into the strategy that could redefine your financial future. Online real estate investing. This is a game changer. Yes, you can invest in real estate, apartments, single-family homes, commercial buildings, with just $100. Platforms like Fundrise, Real-Time Mogul, and Ground Floor have made it possible for anyone to own a piece of property, something that used to be reserved for the wealthy who could afford a $50,000 down payment or a $1 million building. Why yes, real estate, so powerful. It's one of the most reliable wealth-building tools in history. Real estate creates millionaires because it offers two types of returns: income from rent and appreciation as property values rise. Historically, ETFs about 3-5% annually, with rental income adding another 5-10% in many markets. Thus, a potential 8-15% return, far outpacing savings accounts and even some stock portfolios. Plus, it's tangible. You're investing in homes where families live, offices where people work, or stores where communities shop. But buying a house or apartment building requires hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Not anymore. Online platforms have democratized real estate, letting you invest small amounts in large projects. With $100, you can own a fraction of a luxury apartment complex in Denver, a retail strip in Miami, or a rental home in Atlanta. You earn returns from rent payments, property sales, or loan interest, all without managing tenants or fixing leaky pipes. Let's break down how it works. Fundrise, one of the most popular platforms, lets you invest as little as $10 in a portfolio of properties, apartments, industrial spaces, even single-family rentals. Your $100 might be split across 10 or 20 projects, diversifying your risk. Fundrise manages everything: buying properties, collecting rent, paying dividends. Back and watch your investment grow. Ground Floor takes a different approach, focusing on short-term real estate loans. You lend $100 to a developer fixing up a house to flip. When they sell it, typically in 6-12 months, you get your $100 back plus interest, often 8-14%. It's like being a mini bank for real estate projects. Real-Time Mogul leans toward larger commercial properties like office buildings or shopping centers, with investments starting at $100. Each platform has its strengths, so you can choose based on your goals: steady income from rentals or faster returns from flips. Here's how to get started. Sign up for Fundrise, Ground Floor, or Real-Time Mogul. Each platform is user-friendly, with dashboards that explain every project. Deposit your $100. Browse available investments. Fundrise might offer a portfolio of rental properties with projected 8-12% annual returns. Ground Floor might list a home flip loan in Texas with a 10% interest rate. Real-Time Mogul might show a shopping center in California, yielding 9%. Read the details. What's the expected return? What's the timeline? Are there risks like construction delays or market downturns? Pick a project that aligns with your goals. For example, choose rentals for passive income or flips for quicker payouts. Once invested, track your returns through the app. Most platforms send quarterly dividends or interest payments. Let me share a story. A viewer named Lisa invested $100 in Fundrise 2 years ago. She chose a portfolio of rental apartments in growing cities like Austin and Raleigh. After 1 year, she earned $9 in dividends from rent. It's a small start, but it is a small start. Opened her eyes to real estate's potential. She started adding $50 every quarter, learning how to analyze property markets and pick winning projects. Today, her account is worth $320, and she's dreaming of owning her first rental property in 5 years. Lisa's story shows that $100 can be a gateway to bigger opportunities. Now my own journey. 4 years ago, I put $100 into Fundrise. Skeptical but curious, I invested in a mix of apartments and commercial properties in up-and-coming market. My first year's return, $8.50. It felt like magic. My money was working while I slept. That small win pushed me to learn more. I watched Fundrise's webinars, read their market reports, and studied real estate trends. I added $50 every few months, reinvesting my dividends. Today, I've got $4,000 in real estate investments, generating $400 a year in passive income. It's not enough to retire yet, but it's a foundation I'm building, all starting with $100. Let's talk numbers. Annual returns of 8–12% over the past decade, though past performance isn't a guarantee. Ground floor's short-term loans often yield 10–14% if the project succeeds, with some loans paying back in as little as 3 months. Realty Mogul's commercial projects typically aim for 7–10% returns, with longer timelines of 3–5 years. Compare that to a high-yield savings account at 4–5%, or even the stock market's average of 7–10%. Real estate can supercharge your $100, but it's not without risks. What are those risks? Real estate markets can dip, just like stocks. The 2008 housing crash showed that property values aren't bulletproof. Projects can face delays, construction issues, zoning problems, or economic slowdowns. And liquidity is a big one. Your $100 might be tied up for months or years. Unlike stocks you can sell in a day, Fundrise, for example, allows withdrawals but might charge a penalty or delay your cash out during market stress. Ground floor's loans are shorter but carry the risk of a borrower default. Realty Mogul's commercial projects often lock funds for years. To manage these risks, diversify your $100 across multiple projects and platforms, and only invest what you can afford to tie up. Here are 7 tips to make online real estate work for you. First, start small. Use $25 of your $100 to test one platform, like Fundrise, before going all in. Second, diversify. Split your money across different property types, rentals, flips, commercial, or across platforms. Third, reinvest your returns. That $9 Lisa earned, she put it back in, compounding her growth. Fourth, educate yourself. Fundrise and Realty Mogul offer free resources, webinars, blogs, market analyses. Read them. Fifth, be patient. Real estate rewards those who stay in for 5, 10, or 20 years. Sixth, understand fees. Fundrise charges about 1% annually. Ground floor has no investor fees, and Realty Mogul varies by project. Factor these into your returns. Seventh, align with your goals. Want steady income? Go for rentals. Want faster cash? Try ground floor's loans. Here's a pro move. Combine real estate with other strategies. Use $50 for Fundrise and $50 for an ETF like VU. You get real estate's high returns and the stock market's liquidity, or pair it with a high-yield savings account for safety. This balance reduces risk while maximizing growth. You could even use real estate returns to fund a side hustle, like freelancing or creating digital content, creating a cycle of wealth building. Why is online real estate so exciting? No, it's tangible. You're not just buying a stock ticker or a crypto coin. You're investing in communities, homes where families grow, offices where businesses thrive, stores where people shop. It's also passive. Once you invest, the platform handles everything, collecting rent, managing properties, paying you dividends. It's like owning a rental property without the two talls about a broken toilet. Plus, real estate diversifies your portfolio, reducing reliance on stocks or savings. Let's talk long-term potential. If you invest $100 in Fundrise at a 10% annual return and add $50 a month, your account could grow to $2,300 in 10 years, $7,800 in 30 years. Assuming consistent performance in 30 years, reinvest your dividends, and those numbers climb higher. That's the power of real estate's dual returns, income and appreciation, amplified by compounding. One thing to consider. Taxes. Real estate dividends are taxed as ordinary income. Unlike stock dividends, which might qualify for lower rates, some platforms like Fundrise offer rates. Real estate investment trusts that simplify taxes but limit flexibility. Consult a tax advisor to understand your situation, especially if you scale up your investments. Here's a personal tip. When I started with Fundrise, I set a goal: learn one new real estate concept each month. First month, I learned about cap rates, how properties are valued based on income. Second month, studied market cycles, why cities like Phoenix or Nashville are hot. This knowledge made me a smarter investor, helping me pick better projects. You don't need to be an expert, but a little learning goes a long way. Here's something to think about. Real estate has created more millionaires than any other asset class. Think Donald Trump, Barbara Corrin, or your local landlord with 10 properties. Curious how to turn $100 into a passive income stream that pays your rent or mortgage? In the next video, I'll reveal advanced real estate strategies, how to pick winning projects, avoid duds, and build a portfolio that grows for decades. But the most powerful investment isn't stocks, T-bills, or even real estate. It's you. With the $100, you can unlock skills and knowledge that pay dividends for life. A single skill can turn $100 into thousands, even millions, over time. Here are some ideas. Spend $50 on an online course from Udemy, Coursera, or Skillshare. Coding, digital marketing, graphic design, or video editing, or grab a book like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, or Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki for $15. Subscribe to a premium finance podcast or join a Patreon community for exclusive insights from experts, or invest in tools like Canva Pro, Grammarly, or a basic website domain to build your personal brand. When I started, I spent $50 on a Udemy course about digital marketing. I was skeptical. Could a $50 course really change anything? But 3 months later, I earned $600 freelancing for a small business. That $50 wasn't just an investment. It was a turning point. Today, my online projects, blogging, consulting, and courses bring in thousands a month, all because I bet on myself. Investing in yourself builds confidence, skills, and income streams. It's the foundation for every other strategy we're discussing. You don't need a college degree or years of experience, just a willingness to learn and act. Choose reputable sources like courses with high ratings or books by proven authors, and take action on what you learn. Knowledge is only powerful when you use it. Let's talk potential. That skill like copywriting can earn $50, $100 an hour on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. Graphic design, $30, $80 an hour. Web development, $50, $150 an hour. If you spend $50 on a course and practice for 3 months, you could land a $500 freelance gig. Do that twice a month, and you're earning $1,000, 10x your initial investment. Keep learning, and those rates climb higher. Here's a viewer story. Anna spent $30 on a Skillshare course about social media management. She practiced by managing a friend's Instagram for free, building a portfolio. Within 4 months, she landed 2 clients on Upwork, earning $400 a month. Now, she's quit her part-time job to freelance full-time, all from a $30 investment. Anna's story shows that investing in yourself isn't just about money, it's about freedom. One tip: set a learning schedule. Commit to 1 hour a day for 30 days to master a skill. Use free resources to supplement your course. YouTube tutorials, blogs, or X threads. Join online communities like Reddit's R Freelance or LinkedIn groups. to network and learn from others. The more you immerse yourself, the faster you grow. Here's a wild thought. Did you know that 70% of millionaires attribute their success to continuous learning? Skills like coding or marketing can open doors to side hustles, startups, or even a new career. In the next video, I'll share 5 high-income skills you can learn for $100 or less, and how to turn them into a $1,000 a month income stream. Let's talk about a concept that ties all these strategies together. Compound interest. This is the secret sauce of wealth building. It's why $100 today can become $1,000, $10,000, or more over time. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, growing bigger with every turn. Here's how it works. When you invest $100 at a 7% annual return, you don't just earn $7 a year. That $7 gets reinvested, earning its own returns. In year 1, your $100 grows to $107. In year 2, you earn 7% on $107, so you're at $114.50 by year 10. It's $197 by year 10. It's $307 by year 30. It's $760. If you add $50 a month, your portfolio could hit $4,000 in 10 years, $15,000 in 20 years, and over $40,000 in 30 years. Assuming that 7% return, real estate, stocks, and even savings accounts all leverage compounding. But the key is time. Earlier you start, the more your money grows. If you're 25 and invest $100 today, it could be worth $1,500 by age 65 at 7%. Start at 35, and it's only $761. That's why starting now, even with $100, is so powerful. Here's a practical tip. Use a compound interest calculator, available free on sites like Investor, GoVA, Plug, for stocks or real estate, and a time horizon, 10, 20, 30 years. Then add monthly contributions, like $10 or $50. You'll see how small investments snowball into life. The numbers will motivate you to keep going. One mistake to avoid: don't interrupt compounding by withdrawing your gains too soon. Reinvest dividends, interest, and capital gains to maximize growth. Apps like Fundrise and Robinhood make this easy by offering automatic reinvestment options. Also, don't wait for more money to start. Even $10 a month compounds, turning $100 a month compounds into $300 in 15 years at 8%. Here's something to spark your imagination. If you'd invested $100 in the S&P 500 in 1980, it'd be worth over $7,000 today, thanks to compounding. Want to see how to apply this to your $100? I'll break it down in the next video. Another critical piece: building an emergency fund alongside your investments. Life is unpredictable. Car repairs, medical bills, or job loss can derail your plans. An emergency fund ensures you don't have to sell your investments at a bad time, like during a market dip. Aim for $1,000 to start, enough to cover small emergencies. Eventually, build 3-6 months worth of expenses. Say $3,000, $6,000 for most households. Use a high-yield savings account at Ally Bank or Marcus for easy access and decent interest, 4-5% in 2025. Deposit $50 a month and you'll hit $1,000 in 20 months. Why not just invest the $1,000? Investments like stocks or real estate can lose value short-term, and selling during a downturn locks in losses. An emergency fund keeps your investments safe, letting them grow uninterrupted. It's like insurance for your wealth-building plan. Here's how to start. Open a high-yield savings account. Set up an automatic transfer of $10 a week from your checking account. Treat it like a bill, non-negotiable. If you get a tax refund or bonus, add a chunk to your fund to speed things up. Once you hit $1,000, redirect that $50 a month to your investments, like Fundrise or VUA. One viewer, Emily, started her emergency fund with $100 a week while investing another $25 in Acorns. A year later, she had $650 in Acorns saved and $150 invested. When her car broke down, she used her fund, not her investments, keeping her portfolio intact. Emily's story shows how an emergency fund and investing can work together. Here's a pro tip: keep your emergency fund separate from your checking account to avoid temptation. Label it "Do Not Touch" in your banking app for a mental reminder. If you dip into it, replenish it as soon as possible. Here's a question to ponder. What would you do if a $500 emergency hit tomorrow? If you don't have a fund, start today. I'll share more emergency fund hacks in the next video. Let's tie it all together with a plan. Take your $100 and split it 4 ways. Put $25 into fractional shares, vote or a company like Apple for stock market exposure. Another $25 into a robo-advisor like Acorns for hands-off investing. $25 into crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum to explore a high-risk, high-reward market. And $25 into online real estate through Fundrise or ground floor for passive income. Here's what to do today. Download an investing app, Robinhood, Acorns, Coinbase, or Fundrise. Split your $100 as I suggested. Write down your financial goals, might be $1,000 in a year, $10,000 in 10 years, or a down payment in 5 years. Track your progress monthly. Keep a journal. Note why you chose each investment, how it feels to take control, and what you learn. In 6 months, read it back. You'll be amazed at your growth. Pro tip: start a habit of investing. $10 a week. It adds up to $520 a year. Combine that with these strategies, and you're building a foundation for wealth. Also, review your investments quarterly. Are your stocks growing? Is your real estate paying dividends? Adjust if needed, but don't overreact to short-term dips. Here's something to spark your curiosity. I once used $25 in crypto to learn a lesson worth $10,000. It was a painful mistake, but it shaped my strategy. Want to know what it was? I'll share that story in the next video, along with how to avoid the biggest traps in crypto investing. Your $100 can also make money online. Here are 3 ways to turn it into an income stream, each with massive potential. First, create digital content. Spend $50 on a course about YouTube, blogging, or podcasting. Or get Canva Pro for $12 a month to design stunning visuals. A successful channel or blog can earn $100 to $1,000 a month from ads, sponsorships, or affiliate marketing. Let me tell you about Tom, a viewer who spent $50 on a TikTok course. He learned how to create viral videos and grew to 15,000 followers in 6 months. Now, he earns $300 a month from brand deals, enough to cover his car payment. Tom's story shows that $50 can launch a side hustle that changes your life. Here's how to start. Pick a niche you love: fitness, cooking, tech, or finance. Spend $30 on a course to learn the basics. Use free tools like CapCut for video editing, or Medium for blogging. Post consistently, once a week minimum. Engage with your audience to build a following. Once you hit 1,000 followers, pitch brands or join affiliate programs like Amazon Associates, earning commissions on products you recommend. Second, try freelancing. Invest $100 in a course on Upwork or Fiverr for skills like writing, graphic design, social media management, or virtual assistance. You could earn $20, $100 an hour, depending on your skill and experience. Viewer Emma spent $30 on a Skillshare course about graphic design. She practiced by creating logos for friends, building a portfolio. Within 3 months, she landed 2 clients on Fiverr, earning $600 a month. Now, she's scaling to $2,000 a month, all from a $30 investment. Emma's success came from action. She didn't just learn, she applied. Here's your plan. Choose a skill that excites you. Spend $50 on a course with 4-star reviews or higher. Practice daily for 30 days, even if it's just 30 minutes. Create a portfolio on Google Drive or a free website. Join Upwork or Fiverr. Set your rate at $20 an hour to start, and pitch 5 clients a week. Raise your rate as you gain experience. Third, sell digital products. Use $100 to create an ebook, design templates, or a mini course. Sell them on Gumroad, Etsy, or Teachable. A $10 ebook sold 100 times earns $1,000. Templates, like Canva planners or Photoshop presets, can sell for $5, $20 each. Topics like budgeting or photography can fetch $50, $200. Viewer Rachel spent $20 on a Canva Pro subscription to create a budgeting ebook. She sold 120 copies on Gumroad in 2 months, earning $960. Now, she's making a course about personal finance, aiming for $5,000 in sales. Rachel's story shows that digital products can scale fast with low upfront costs. Here is how to do it. Identify a problem you can solve. Might be meal planning, resume writing, or Instagram growth. Spend $30 on a course about product creation. Use free or cheap tools, Canva, Google Docs, or eMovie to build your product. Price it at $10 to start. Promote it on social media, X, or a free blog. Reinvest your profits to create more products. Building a portfolio that generates passive income. Let's talk potential. If you create one digital product a month, selling 50 copies at $10 each, that's $500 a month and $6,000 a month, and a blog earning $200 a month and a blog earning $200 a month, and you're at $1,200 a month or $14,400 a year. From a $100 investment, that's life-changing money. Rent, car payments, or more to invest. Here's a pro tip: bundle your products for higher sales. Offer an ebook, templates, and a mini course for $50 instead of $10 each. Customers love value, and you'll earn more per sale. Also, build an email list using free tools like MailChimp to market your products directly. Boosting conversions. What if you could turn $100 into a side hustle that pays your mortgage or funds a dream vacation? In the next video, I'll share how I built a $2,000 a month passive income stream from a $50 digital product, and how you can do the same. $100 matters so much. It's not just about the money, it's a declaration. You're taking charge of your future. When I invested my first $100, I didn't get rich overnight, but something shifted inside me. I stopped reacting to bills and started building a life controlled. I went from stressed and broke to confident and growing. You'll notice changes too. Your mindset will shift from spender to investor. You'll skip impulse buys, like that $80 jacket, and prioritize opportunities, like a $50 course or a $25 ETF. You'll feel confident, proud of starting small, and you'll learn about markets, interest rates, real estate, and side hustles. Each lesson makes you stronger, smarter, closer to freedom. One viewer, Claire, invested $100 in an ETF 3 years ago. She added $50 a month, even on a tight budget. Today, her portfolio is worth $3,200. She's not a Wall Street wizard. She's a single mom who chose consistency. Now, she's saving for her daughter's college and her first home. Claire's story proves that $100 plus persistence can rewrite your future. Let's talk impact. If you invest $100 today and add $50 a month at 8% return, you could have $2,500 in 10 years, $9,000 in 30 years, $1,000 a month side hustle, and you're investing $1,100 a month, hitting $41,000 in 20 years, and $450,000 in 30 years. That's retirement money, a home or a legacy for your family, all from $100. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people alive, started investing with just $114 at age 11. By age 30, he was a millionaire. His secret: starting early, compounding, and learning from mistakes. Want to apply his strategies to your $100? I'll break it down in the next video. I've made plenty of mistakes, and I want you to avoid them. Here are 5 traps to watch out for. First, don't invest based on hype. That hot stock or crypto trending on X. Research it first, check financials, read expert analyses, and sleep on it. Second, stop checking your balance every hour. Markets fluctuate daily. Obsessing leads to panic selling. Check monthly or quarterly instead. Third, don't expect to get rich quick. Investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Aim for 5–10% annual returns, not 500%. Fourth, diversify. Don't put all $100 in one stock, crypto, or property. Spread it across stocks, real estate, and savings to reduce risk. Don't fear mistakes. Your $100 is cheap tuition for learning. A $50 lost today could save you $5,000 tomorrow. Let me share a mistake. I once threw $100 into a sure thing stock because a friend swore it would tense. It was a trendy tech company with no profits but tons of buzz. 2 weeks later, it crashed, and I lost 80%. I was gutted, but that loss taught me to research fundamentals, revenue, debt, leadership, before investing. That discipline has saved me thousands since. Here's another. Early in my crypto journey, I put $200 into a coin because it was the next Bitcoin. It tanked 90% in a month. I learned to stick to established coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, avoid pump and dump schemes, and never invest more than I can lose. Want to hear my biggest crypto mistake and the strategy it inspired? I'll spill the details in the next video. Your age and situation shape your strategy. If you're 18 to 25, focus on growth. Invest in index funds like VUA or QQQ, which track tech-heavy markets. Take risks with $25 in crypto or a new stock. Spend $50 on skills like coding, video editing, or marketing to boost your income. You've got time to recover from mistakes, so experiment. If you're 26 to 40, balance growth and stability. Put $50 into real estate through Fundrise for passive income. Max out your 401k, especially if your employer matches contributions. It's free money. Start a side hustle, freelancing, content creation, or digital products to accelerate your investing. If you have debt like student loans or credit cards, allocate $25 a month to pay it down while investing $75 to build wealth. If you're 40 or older, prioritize stability and income. Invest in dividend stocks like Johnson & Johnson or Procter & Gamble, which pay 3–5% annually. T-bills or bonds for safety. Keep $25 in a high-yield savings account as part of your emergency fund. If you're behind on retirement, boost your 401k or IRA contributions. Even by $50 a month, start a low-risk side hustle like tutoring or consulting to supplement your income. What if you're starting with debt? Don't let it stop you. Pay the minimum low-interest debt, like a 3% student loan, and invest $50 of your $100 to start compounding. For high-interest debt, like a 20% credit card, put $75 toward it and $25 into a savings account until the savings account debt's gone. Then shift to investing. Viewer Mark had $5,000 in credit card debt. He paid $200 a month while investing $25 in Acorn. In 2 years, his debt was cleared, and his portfolio was worth $700 a month. And now, he invests $100 a month and freelances for $500 extra. What if you're unemployed or on a tight budget? Start with $10 a month in Acorns or Fundrise. Use free resources, YouTube, X, or library books to learn a skill like copywriting or virtual assistance. Viewer Sam, a laid-off retail worker, spent $20 on a freelancing course. He landed a $300 gig in a month, using $100 to invest and $200 for bills. Small steps lead to big wins. No matter your situation, start now. It's never too early or too late. Did you know you can invest in real estate with just $10 on Fundrise? In the next video, I'll show you platforms that make it possible and how they can transform your portfolio into a passive income machine. So, you've invested your $100. What's next? In our next video, I'll unveil the investment ladder strategy, a plan I used to turn $100 into $1,000 and beyond. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a practical, step-by-step system to build lasting wealth, tailored to your goals and risk tolerance. You'll learn how to pick stocks and ETFs for maximum returns, using tools like Morningstar and Yahoo Finance, the magic of compound interest, and how it doubles your money every 7-10 years. 5 high-income online skills you can learn for $100, each with $1,000 a month potential. How to balance safe investments like T-bills with high-risk bets like crypto for a portfolio that grows without keeping you up at night. And the biggest crypto mistake I made, plus how to avoid it for consistent profits. Here's a teaser. I turned $100 into $1,000 in 18 months with this strategy, using a secret tool that uncovers hidden investment gems. It's not a crystal ball, it's a data-driven system anyone can use. Want to know what a driven system anyone can use is? Subscribe and hit the bell. You won't want to miss it. I'll also dive deeper into real estate. You'll learn how to analyze fundraise projects like a pro, spotting winners and avoiding losers, how to use ground floors loans for quick 10-14% returns, and how to scale your real estate portfolio to $10,000 or more, starting with just $100. Plus, I'll share a mistake that cost me $500 in real estate, and a lesson that made me thousands. If I could go back 10 years and tell myself one thing, it would be this: don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with $100. You don't have to be great at first, but you have to start to be great. Now is your turn. Don't just watch this and scroll away. Take action today. Download an app, Robinhood, Acorns, Coinbase, or Fundrise. Split your $100 as I suggested. $25 in stocks, $25 in a robo-advisor, $25 in crypto, $25 in real estate. Write down your financial goals by next year. $10,000 in a decade, or a home down payment in 5 years. Commit to them like a promise to yourself. Here's a challenge. Open your phone right now. Download an investing app. Deposit $10. Just $10. It takes 5 minutes, and you can do it. Then come back, and you can do it. Tell me which app you picked in the comments. I read everyone and might feature your story in the next video. Imagine looking back in a year, proud you started today. What will you do with your $100? Stocks to ride the market's growth, a robo-advisor for effortless investing, crypto for high-risk thrills, real estate for passive income, or a skill to enhance your income? Share your plan in the comments. I'm dying to hear it. If you have questions about platforms, strategies, or your specific situation, drop them below. I'll answer or cover them in future videos. Did this video light a fire in you? Give it a like if it did. It tells me you want more content like this. What do you want to see next? More real estate secrets, side hustle deep dives, budgeting tips for tight times, my bay, a step-by-step guide to paying off debt while investing? Tell me in the comments. Your voice shapes this channel, and I'm listening. Hit subscribe and ring the bell for our next video. How to turn $100 into $1,000. The investment ladder strategy. We'll take your $100 to new heights with practical steps, insider secrets, and real-world examples. It's going to be epic, packed with tools, tips, and stories to fuel your journey. Thank you for watching. You're not just building wealth. You're building a future. Your future. A life where money works for you. Where you're free to chase your dreams, not your bills. I believe in you. Let's make it happen. I'll see you in the next video.